Leave it with me.
This will never get done.
You should pop around sometime.
I never want to see you again in my life.
Make yourself at home.
Do not make yourself at home. Hey guys!
I'm Eric.
And I'm Grace.
We're the Wandering Ravens. We're a couple of Americans on a multi-month journey around the UK. This YouTube channel documents our British journey, and today we are looking into things British people say and what they really mean. You see, when we first came to the United Kingdom, we discovered that people here speak in a very different way than they do back home. It's very easy to tell when Americans are being sarcastic. Whereas here in the UK, people have a very subdued form of sarcasm. And to make matters worse, whereas in the United States, people are generally serious and occasionally sarcastic, people here seem to be mostly sarcastic and only sometimes serious. So to set the matter straight, we asked you guys to tell us what British people mean and what they say, and so now we're going to go through some of the top responses, and hopefully we can settle the issue once and for all, and Grace and I can finally figure out what British people mean when they say things. Are you ready?
Yes!
Yeah, this should be very educational for us.
It was quite good.
It was thoroughly awful.
That was interesting.
That was not interesting. Oh, I love this.
Oh, you put the milk in first?
You filthy animal! We can never be friends.
I agree with this one though. Who puts the milk in first? Oh no,
Well,
I'm sorry.
Depends. Well, it depends. Is this tea? Obviously it's tea, but for coffee, when I used to put milk in my coffee, I'd add the creamer, the half and half, first, and then you pour the coffee in because it mixes it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is before you were a man.
You drink black coffee too, though.
Like a real man.
Like a real man.
Do you want one? This really means I'm only offering to be polite. When I ask someone if they want something, I don't offer it only out of politeness, but I'm constantly afraid that that's what they'll think. And so I do tend to offer, do you want one, in a very awkward way, because I'm like, they're gonna think I'm just offering this to be polite.
So you psych yourself
Yeah,
out
I
when
psych
you say
myself
it.
out.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like I'm only offering it to be polite.
But you're being genuine.
But I'm being genuine, but I'm afraid that they're gonna think I'm not being genuine. You see where I'm going with this?
Slap sneeze. Right. Means should have left hours ago but didn't want to seem rude, so have been planning my chance to escape. Right.
Right. I'm off.
Brits do this, yes. We've picked up on that one.
Let's agree to disagree. Means I will never get over the fact you won't agree with me, but I'm too annoyed to argue my point anymore, and you're too stupid to understand. I think it kind of semi-means the same thing in the States, though.
Yeah.
We're like, let's
yeah,
agree
we
to
use this
disagree.
one. Let's agree to disagree.
I think you're wrong.
And let's never talk about it again. Might rain later. It's literally a monsoon outside. And this is actually the case. It is literally a monsoon outside. If you guys hear rain, that is why.
So the
Oh my
appropriate
gosh.
reaction to this would be, might rain later.
Might rain later.
It's a bit warm, isn't it? Means I am literally hotter than the sun.
See also, it's a bit cold, isn't it? Means my fingers and toes have literally turned to ice and are about to fall off.
Quiet sigh, usually behind a stranger following something impolite.
I'm mortally offended by whatever you've just done, and the only thing I hate more right now is the idea of saying something about how what you've just done is rude because we're English and we'll choose passive aggression over confrontation any day of the week. We were at a Tesco the other day and someone cut us off in line. She was very cheeky about it too, just slid right in there and did the whole,
Oops, what's to be done? Oh, you were here? Oh, I'm so sorry.
so we did the British thing and oh, how are you?
I don't think they'd ask it that enthusiastically, babe.
Is that
Nobody
American?
would say that's American.
I gotta get British. Right. How are you?
No one cares how you feel. Let's just finish this social interaction and get it over with.
Oh, it was nothing, really.
This is one of the best things I've ever done. Please keep the compliments coming. After running into a friend you haven't seen in a while, we should absolutely make plans to do something.
We should absolutely ghost each other until we meet by chance again.
I do this. I say that we should hang out sometime, and I'm just like, oh gosh, can I please just like, no.
We do this quite a lot actually, yeah, when we go back to the States, because most of the time we're outside of America, but once or twice a year we'll go back for a short visit, and then we always bump into old friends in the grocery store or something, and they say, oh, you're here, and we say, we're here.
You're here! We're like, wish we weren't.
You should pop around sometime.
I never want to see you again in my life. I would never say this to anybody. I do not want people popping around unannounced. I should say we will schedule something.
We should schedule something sometime and definitely let us know a day in advance.
So that we can put our clothes on.
But something we have noticed is that, as you know, we've been visiting Northern Ireland, and there seems to be a culture difference between here and England, where we were before. Because in England, people would say you should pop around sometime, or pop around sometime, or I'll pop around sometime, and then never pop around, or invite you round. Whereas here, we've heard multiple people say, you should pop around sometime, or I'll pop around sometime, and they both expect us to pop round, and they themselves have unexpectedly popped round. So I think it's different here than it is there. People seem to have a much more an open door policy, at least from what we've experienced so far.
So maybe hospitality, the culture surrounding hospitality is a bit warmer here.
Yeah. I will say Northern Irish people in that regard seem a lot more welcoming and open than the English communities that we engaged with last time we were there. Not to say that the English people we met weren't friendly, because they were. As you guys know, we had an incredible time in England last time we were there. But we've been surprised by people actually popping round here when they said they would pop round, and then they did.
You kept your word! By Jove!
You can't say you're going to do something and then do it. Does that match your guys' experiences? Do let us know down in the comments if that is an accurate observation. Continuing. I beg your pardon?
This is your opportunity to retract that ridiculous statement.
Now, one question here. You do hear people say this with that really exaggerated, I beg your pardon? Which is, the intention is very clear that they're offended. But what if someone doesn't hear you and they're like, pardon? Then is that kind of what they're insinuating? Or is it the I beg your pardon, followed by dramatic arm flailing? I beg your pardon? And what do you say if you actually don't hear something?
Sorry.
Sorry? Excuse me? What's that?
No, you
I beg
say
your pardon?
sorry, I think.
I beg your pardon? Like, yeah, if someone says, I beg your pardon, like that, does that mean they're being passive aggressive as well, or are they actually begging pardon? I beg your pardon?
God, why?
All right, moving on. Does anyone want to brew?
This means I want a cup of tea and I've got to offer to make some for everyone out of politeness, even if I'm hoping you say no. Side note, no one ever says no.
This is another difference between us and British culture in that when you say, does anyone want to brew? Like you love making people tea and coffee.
I love making people tea and coffee. I will probably only make myself one if other people want it. So I wouldn't ever get up because I want one and be like, do you want one? I would be like, do you want one? And if you want one, then I want one so that we can share this together.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it is in our house.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm not listening, and I will do the total opposite of what you advise. Leave it with me.
This will never get done. I don't think we say that.
We don't say this in America. I saw several comments saying this exact same thing, so this must be a common refrain in the UK. But in the States, leave it with me actually means like, I'm taking charge of this, leave it with me, it will get done.
You can trust me.
Yeah, you're kind of taking ownership of it in a very authoritarian way. So,
Authoritarian?
you know.
Authoritative?
Authoritative. That's what, you're starting a dictatorship. Your country, yes. Leave it with me, I'll take that.
Send Trump to Greenland?
Oh, please, make yourself at home.
Don't make yourself at home. Sit there, be quiet and well-mannered, and we'll all get along fine.
Do you think there's a difference between the way this is said in the UK and in the States?
Yes, although I do think some people in the States would use it this way as well. If they're really, really neat freaks and their house is like immaculate, then if they say make yourself at home, do not make yourself at home.
At the same time, there are a lot of people that use this very genuinely. Make yourself at home, and when they say that, they mean they straight up want you to go to the fridge and make yourself a sandwich.
I think most people use it genuinely. Please excuse the mess.
I have just spent the last 24 hours cleaning. You better notice. We must catch up sometime.
Never, if I can help it.
And yeah, as we said, this is one that we run into semi-frequently, or we find ourselves saying and meaning, so we catch your drift. Signed, kind regards.
You're okay.
Signed, regards.
I hate your guts. I've signed emails like this to our subscribers.
Oh no, really? Regards.
Regards, Grace. XX.
So my question is, going from kind regards to regards, is that the equivalent of signing off a text message with 2 X's and then one day you sign off with 1 X? I think in the States it doesn't really mean anything. Regards.
It just means regards.
Means regards. Regards. All the best.
Cordially.
Cordially, sincerely yours.
Yours forever and ever and always.
Your
mother.
boy. Oh. Real quick, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel for fresh British culture content 2 times a week.
And make sure to share this video with your passive-aggressive British friends.
And now we're going to turn the conversation over to you. What are the true meanings of other things that British people frequently say? Let us know down in the comments.
Finally, a huge thank you to our chuffed virtuosos Andrew McKendry and Alan Hughes. Thank you both for being part of our Patreon community and for making videos like this possible.
Until next time, I'm Eric.
And I'm Grace.
We're the Wandering Ravens.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Laters.